Can you hear me clearly?
Good evening. Yeah, we can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening. Listen for others. Let's just wait for 5 minutes in case any other person is joining. Empty for the new work that is submitted. I think the other one was better.
You said what?
I said for the new work you submitted, I think the other one, which one did you submit? There was only that one you submitted. The work you submitted, the
The work I submitted.
lines are not aligned. Yeah, they're not aligned.
Yes,
They should
when I
be aligned.
submitted it, I now saw it.
They should be
I've
properly
used the red
aligned.
line to align everything now. I've done that.
Okay. Then put for
It
the
was when I
table.
submitted, I
Also put
realized that
the
it
border
was
on your
not on the
table.
same line.
Then that, yeah. Then that
I should put the
line
border
graph
where?
we used for on the table, put border on the table. Then that line graph also, that line graph, I think we used just the quarter. What you're using is days. Don't use day for your line graph. See, the one Titi did. She used year. So just use
Mine is
only year
breaking.
for your line graph. Year quarter. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but I've not been hearing what you've been saying.
Yeah, I said for your line
I can hear you
graph,
now.
don't use the full, don't use the full order date. Use only year and quarter. You're using the full date. That's why it's looking many. You won't be able to make deduction with it. So just use only year and quarter. So watch that video again and see how we used only year and quarter.
I'll just
So
cancel
let's just
the
wait for
maybe
one
more.
more. Yeah, cancel month. Yeah, and cancel month and day. So we have
Yes,
1 more
I'll
minute
cancel.
to wait for others.
So aside the
Yeah,
those are the only two corrections, right?
come again. I didn't hear you clearly. Can anybody hear me?
Can you hear me now? I can hear you.
What did you say?
I said assign aligning everything.
What did you say?
The next correction is that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
I gave you the corrections before in the last class. You didn't do them. I told you what to do in the last class, but I said you should remove the title of that category. This time you removed the one for the line graph. The title of that legend on your column chart. The title of that legend is found as showing category. Remove the title. Remove the title from the bar chart to under sales region and category. Remove the bar chart there too. The title of the legend. Remove that one too. I mentioned that in the last the same correction I gave for that line graph last time. I said you should do it for others. Then your fonts are not the same thing. All the fonts you should use should be Canberra for this design. Use Canberra. The labels or the text should be 10. There should be 10. Black color. There are some colors that are gray here, so make sure you select black. Black color, gray. I'm sorry, black color 10 for your labels. Then the title of each visual should use 12 Canberra. Same thing goes for your sizer. Use 10 for the consumer corporate office for those labels, for those categories. I use 12 for the title. Your card. Use I forgot what we use. I can go back to the video and check. But this I don't think this is Canberra. This looks more like Dean or Calibre.
I changed everything to Canberra.
Adjust it. The Canberra.
Check again.
I go and check again.
I'll go and check it.
I don't think. Yeah. Then your top 10 sales by subcategories in capital letters. Why is that in capital letters and the rest are in sentence case? And the rest are in first word capital letter. I think
it was
but that top 10 is in. Okay.
I'll go and adjust it from the table.
So let's start. Today. We're going to be pushing to Power BI service. So I'll just share my screen and show you what the Power BI service looks like. We'll have to create an account. Each of us will have to create a free account so we can use Power BI service, because normally Power BI service is paid. But there's a way around it where Microsoft gives you a 30 days trial. So with that 30 days, you can push to service, share your links for people to see your screen or view your report or view your dashboard and also interact with the dashboard. Obviously, they won't be able to make changes. It's just for them to interact with it. So you'll be able to see how analysts share reports and like what we do with the reports we've published. So I'll just first of all show you what the new interface looks like, Power BI service interface. So please let me know if there's any point where you can't hear me, so I can stop. So you cannot unmute your mic since you're not many. Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen though.
Trying to check.
Yes, you can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. So this is the Power BI service. This is the online Power BI. Here you can create reports directly from here too, but you won't be able to connect to like some sources. So it's all better to create on desktop and push here. So let me close this. This is what you see when you come into Power BI service. You can create a new report here, but it's very limited. The network is slow. It's very limited. You can connect to Excel, CSV, and so on and so forth. Then one other thing I have to tell you, if you are publishing online, all your data sources must be online so it can refresh. Because like now, the data source that we used for this class is on our desktop and that's offline. Power BI will not be able to refresh. If you make changes to it and like if you make changes to it and someone else refreshes on their own system. If they refresh on Power BI system to refresh because the data source is in your system. So it has to be online. You get, so either you're using Excel online or you're using Google Sheets or like any other online source like BigQuery or like other data warehouses. But if it is an offline report, it won't refresh. So just put that in mind. So these are the workspaces. Here we have, you can create a workspace. Let's say you have different departments. You can create a workspace for admin, can create a workspace for inventory, create a workspace for creativity and so on and so forth. Just create, and this is your own personal workspace. This is my workspace. So when you publish a report, you can publish to any of the workspaces that you've created. So we'll just get into creating the free account. I've already created one already to test if it is working properly. So one of us will have to volunteer to share screen so we can walk through it together. I'll put you through it. So who is ready to volunteer? That person will have to share screen. Who is ready to volunteer? Okay, please share your screen. Do you have an email now?
Personal email, I do.
Yeah?
Oh, I don't have I don't have Microsoft. The Microsoft this thing I have is work, and I don't want to use that.
That's what we are trying to create, TMC. We are trying to create a Microsoft account for Power BI.
Okay, so which email were you asking me earlier?
Your normal email, that's what we're going to use. That's what we're going to start with. Just share your screen first. Let's start. So I'm trying to create a free account since Power BI is paid. So I try to create a free account. So we'll have a free, Power BI give us a free domain that we can use to create that account. It only lasts for about 30 days. I think they give some extensions, but it'll be advisable to like create reports and publish and share within those 30 days so you can take advantage of it. Are you sharing your screen?
To sign in, that's fine.
Okay.
So where should I go?
Okay, so I'll forward a link and I'll also send it here. Let me copy this. I'll send a link on the group chat. So first of all, we have to go to this Microsoft Dynamics 365. Open your browser. I'll send it on this chat box. Okay, I might not be able to see it. I've put it on this chat box too. Microsoft Dynamics 365. So you can just type Microsoft Dynamics 365 or Dynamics 365 and click the first one that comes up. Yeah? Just type Microsoft Dynamics. Yeah. Okay. Then select free trial. Try for free. The one up. The one, not that one. That one up. The one at the right corner beside sign in. Let me see. That black one. Beside contact us. Okay, then you can scroll down. So please help everyone. Femi, I hope you're writing it down. Or you can easily just go back to the video and watch. So normally to show some, I think it's still loading, to show some other sites that you can, other services that you can. So just choose any of the services. Try choosing the first one. That Dynamics 365 sales. Choose the first one and click try for free. Let me see. Yeah. Then put in your email. Your normal personal email. So can you see when you enter it to say please enter a work account for the best trial experience. This shows that you only need a work account to be able to use Microsoft 365 or like Power BI services. But since we don't have, we'll get a domain name from Microsoft so we can use that for our free trial. So click that set up a new account. Under that red arrow, that's please enter a work account for best trial experiences. To continue with yemiadetunji.com, set up a new work account. So click that setup. There's that setup is underlined. Click it, it's a link. Set up a new account. Yeah. So put in that email, put in that same email. Then click next. Okay, so to ask you to solve a puzzle, so just solve it. Click next. We click next. Okay. Identical objects. The second one. So the middle one of the two. Okay. Yeah. Then click set up account. Yeah. Then fill that details. So put in your first name, your last name. Just click the ones that show that asterisk, don't the ones that are important. You can write anything there, yeah. And put in your business number. So for this, I think it's just asked for 10 digits. Just put in your number first. Complete your number first. Then remove the zero at the front of your number. I can put company name. Just come up with a company name that it doesn't have to be your own company. Just come up with any company. Then company size. Yeah, that one is fine. And when it says, does your company have a website? Ensure you select no. That is very important. Does your company have a website? It is very important that you select no. That is very vital, because if you say yes, it's assume you already you're saying you already have a website, so you don't need their domain name. So make sure you click no. So Power BI can give you a free domain name, and we can give you a domain name. Then for country or region, use Nigeria. Yeah, in Nigeria, just choose Nigeria. Then don't select all those options of sharing information or whatever. Don't select it. Then scroll up for Nigeria now. Don't click I would like anything. Don't like anything. Don't click I would like anything. Just send it now. Then next. So put in your password. You can change. So now you can change your username and that domain name. You can change it to what you want. You can change your username, but make sure you copy it somewhere so you don't forget what you wrote. Then put a password that you can easily remember. You can change the password later. Just put a password you can easily remember now. Don't put space in username now. Please make sure you copy the username, domain name, and this, so you know what you're filling in. Hope you've copied the username and the domain name and Microsoft.com. Okay, now so it's going to ask you for a payment method. Can you go back? Let me see.
Trying to do that, yeah.
So it's going to ask you for a payment method. Don't put anything there. Just go back to that your Power BI desktop. Go back to your Power BI desktop. Don't put anything. Just leave it. Go back to Power BI desktop.
I should leave it like that. Okay.
Yeah, leave it. Yeah, it has already created the account. Just go back to your Power BI desktop.
That's where I am.
Which can you see that where your name is Oluyemisi Adetunji? Can you select it?
Okay.
Can you sign in with a
I've
different
done
account?
that.
sign in with a different account.
All right, let me see the paste and this one.
Okay, so put in the email that they gave you. What are you using? You're signing in now. Let me see. Sign
With
in
my
with the new one you
username.
just opened. With the new one you just opened. I told you to save it somewhere. Your Y is capital letter. Now, does not matter. I will say identity
No, it wasn't
activating
capital
Chico.
letter.
Yeah, continue. Continue
Okay,
now.
I didn't. Wait, which one is the email they gave me? Is it the my company name or which one? Is it
Yeah,
my
so should I say
username?
you should save it? I think you should save it now.
Is it the? I want to know. Is it the
Yeah, me see
username?
Adetunji at adetunjicode.onmicrosoft.com. The full one. The username, the domain name, plus on Microsoft.com. The one that you adjusted, plus the adetunji.co, adetunji.co, plus on Microsoft.com.
No, the one I adjusted, I changed it to Yemisi Adetunji. That's my
And that's what
username.
I'm saying now. Add it, then at Adetunji Co. Adetunji Co is the domain name. It's like saying
Okay,
at
Adetunji
Gmail,
Co.
but it's at Adetunji Co.
.co, right? Or just co.
Adetunji Co. I said you should
Okay, is
save
this
it
it?
now.
It was
Yes.
my username and password I saved. I didn't look out for that. I didn't pay attention
At
to that.
my
But is this it?
dot dot on Microsoft.com.
Microsoft.
On Microsoft on
Dot on micro.
onmi,
Microsoft.
yeah, Microsoft.com. I don't know if it is case sensitive, so just try this first. Just copy this, save it somewhere. Save it somewhere. So don't, okay. Now continue.
So I press enter. I don't know if it has accepted it. Okay, still coming.
Yeah, okay. So use another account. That's not registered, it's another account. Then this is what you just copied. The new domain, yeah. Next.
So my
Enter your
password,
password.
right?
Yeah. So no, this app only. Click no, this app only. For Power BI only. So it does not sign you out of your normal like work account or other like Excel address. Just hold on to bring another pop-up. Okay, so click, it says check browser to continue the BI sign up process. If your browser does not open, click here. So mommy, to take it to create a new Fabric account, Microsoft Fabric account. Did anything pop up on your browser?
Nothing. Just this. I've not clicked. Should I
Yeah,
click here or
click here. It does not
continue?
pop up. Click here. Click here. Yeah, stop the pausing. So click continue. Yeah, fill it Nigeria, job title, and your phone number. Yeah, business phone number. The one that you used before, yeah. Add it with the zero in front, yeah. No, leave the zero in front. Leave the zero in front, let me
I've
see.
deleted it.
Leave the zero
I
in
should
front.
put it back.
Leave the zero in front. Then remove that I would like information, blah, blah, blah. Uncheck it. Yeah, then click get started. Okay. So go back to Power BI desktop. Click get started. Click get started and go back to Power BI desktop. So click get started. So this one open Power BI service. You can go back to Power BI desktop and log in. Log in again. While this one is opening, can you see that you're already signed in? So select the first one.
Okay.
The one you just opened. Yeah. So go back to the desktop while this one is working. Go back to desktop and sign in on desktop while this one is still working.
This one is still here.
And cancel it and log in
continue.
again now. Cancel it and sign in again. Yeah, sign in.
Yes. Okay.
Remove it down. Yeah. Yes.
Continue.
The new one. Yeah, continue. Use
It's
another
still bringing
account.
me back.
Yeah, use another account. Yeah, sign in. Next. Yeah. It's in your password. No, this app only, yeah. So you can see that it has changed to your name. So this is your own personal Power BI account. So go to Power BI service now. Yeah, go to Power BI service. The browser. The browser.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can you see Power BI service now? So try to push what the what do you call it? The dashboard you created, try to push it to or create a new workspace. Well, let me just take over from here so that people can see. You can stop sharing your screen.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much. You can stop sharing your screen.
Okay.
So I'll share mine now. Please let me know if you can see my screen. So for others that might not be trying it at the moment, please you can send a message on the group chat between today and Tuesday if you have any issues creating the account. So we can try to troubleshoot together. So this is my own personal workspace. This is the account I created. Just now at Shop on Microsoft.com. Still a free account. So this is my personal workspace. This is the general workspace where I can push for other people to see. So here you can create like other workspaces. Let's say you want to create for sales departments. What do you work on? So let's say I want to create for sales department. Since the dashboard we created is continued sales, you can say, so you go to workspaces, you click new workspace down below. So on the Power BI says go to workspaces. Workspaces is just above my workspace. Click new workspaces below that green icon.
Sorry,
below
just
it.
are we just to watch you or do what you are doing?
You can watch me and you can watch me and you can do it since you already have your Power BI service open. That's why I was repeating it so you can follow it. You go to workspaces, you already have Power BI service open. Go to workspaces. Workspaces is above my workspace. Go to workspaces on the left page. Then click create new workspace. There's a green icon below when you select workspaces. That green icon, select it. It says create new workspace. So let's say I want to name this workspace intro, Power BI intro, or PBI intro. So it has to look for an available name. So this name is available. If I want to, all this description is not necessary. You can just leave it as this and apply. So let's just say practical class. Practical class. Sign domain, no domain needed. You can add a picture and so on. So for here, normally it depends whatever your organization subscribed for. So for this free trial, you are only entitled to the pro workspace. There's trial, there's premium per user, premium capacity, public capacity, embedded, and so on and so forth. Premium per user is what's some premium per user and premium capacity is what some of the companies are familiar with use. So you can create this and you can select apply. So we have to use paid. You can try free if you want. So all paid features of Power BI are used for 60 days. So if you choose to create this, you have it for just 60 days since we're just trying it for free. So it's loading now. Network is slow. So you please bear with me.
Okay, hello, Tosin, why we wait, please? I think I lost you a bit.
Yeah.
So when I click on workspace, I click on plus new item, right? Is that the one I click on?
New
Plus new
workspace.
item.
New workspace.
Where is new workspace? I can't see that. I clicked on my workspace and it brought me into this
Not
interface.
my
Showing...
workspace. Workspaces. I told you workspaces above my workspace. Click workspaces. Then you see a green icon.
Workspaces. Okay. Okay. When I click on workspaces, what next?
Can you
please?
see new workspace? Can you see new workspace?
Yes. Yes.
Then select it.
Okay,
and
I
give your
cannot.
workspace a name.
Okay, that is okay.
Give it a name now. Then wait for it
They
to
said
load.
this is available.
And select try free. Try for free. It's still
Sorry, I can't see the
loading.
option. Try for-
Already passed there. After it create, what did you say?
I said I'm trying to create workspace. So I'm trying to give it a
Uh-huh.
name. I just wrote practice work. But
Uh-huh.
it's telling me this. Okay, this name is available. So what next? I just apply, right?
Yeah.
Do I that domain? I don't do anything to that
Yes.
domain, right? Okay,
No, leave
apply.
it. Just apply. Go to the last one and
Try for free. I've done that. Thank you.
okay. Okay, so I think this one has loaded. So if your own is downloading, click that workspace again. You see the new workspace you created, Power BI intro. Just look at my screen so you don't get confused. Look at my screen first. When you refresh your Power BI, when it is done refreshing, if you go back to workspaces, you see the workspace that you created under all. So now is showing your Power BI intro. If I select it, it's going to be empty because I've not published anything to it yet. So you can see that it's empty. Power BI intro, that's what I created. So when you select the workspace, it comes under workspaces. If you want to see more, it comes under workspaces above my workspace. So I'm currently viewing the workspace I created. Please let me know if you are there.
Yes,
Open
I'm
the
here.
workspace that you created. Okay, so go back to your Power BI desktop. Let's publish. Let's publish to this new workspace that we created. You save first because Power BI only publishes what you save. So you save first. Then under home on your ribbon, go to publish. It's the second to the last option there on the ribbon under home. You go to publish. When you select
Okay.
publish, when you select publish, you see a list of workspaces available. My workspace, or that's new one that you created, PBI intro. I don't know the one you created. So you just select the one you created. You can either publish to your workspace or publish to the new workspace. Depends on which one you're using or which one, like whatever purpose your workspace is serving at that moment. So I'm publishing to the new one I created. So use the new one you created and press select. There's publishing. So just note when you publish on service, if like maybe you've published and maybe the person that is reading the report says, oh, like the end user of the report is saying, oh, they would like to see one of that thing, or they want to make additions to so and so. You can always do that on service or you can do it on desktop. But when you do it on desktop, you have to republish it. So we're still going to try that. You have to republish it so it can override what is already there on service. So now we're still publishing. Is your own publishing also?
It is done. It's now there now.
Is there? Like my network is just bad. Just give me a few minutes. Let it publish.
You know what they call natural greed.
Okay, so mine is done. If I go back to Power BI service and I refresh, it should show. Your one is already showing on service bar. So this is it on service. So let me show you like a few things with the one published on service. Normally, after publishing, you want your reports to refresh automatically instead of always going like, let's say some sales come in. Let's say you're not connected to Excel desktop or the offline version of Excel. Let's say you're connected to an online source and the sales numbers keep changing or keep like increasing. Obviously, you have to be refreshing it every time. So instead of always coming here to refresh, if you want to refresh, you refresh this model, this semantic model. This report is your Power BI report. This model is like your data sets and everything. So if you want to refresh, this is the icon. You know this, everybody knows this is the refresh icon. So just over on this second part, then select refresh now. We're not doing that yet. So I just want to explain to you how to automatically refresh. That's set refresh schedule. So over this, the icon beside it, the schedule refresh option, you select that one.
Hello, I can't hear
Are you
anything.
with me? You can't hear anything.
Hello,
I can hear,
Can you hear
I
me
can
now?
hear you. I can hear you.
can anybody hear me?
Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, to try to rejoin, we can hear you. Into my phone. Network is really bad. Actually, you just know when I'm changing. So okay. So can you see this? You go to on the right side of the pane, it's divided into two. This left side, you'll be able to see all the all the reports that you've published here on this workspace. You'll be able to see them here. But for now, it's just one that we have. So on the right side is where you can make adjustments for your data sources and so on and so forth. So here you go to refresh. You want to adjust or set the refresh schedule. You go to refresh. But it won't work unless this data source is corrected. But obviously we can't change this data source because our data source is offline. We're using Excel offline. So since we can't refresh the
Sorry,
data
Tosin, I'm
source,
a
we
bit
can't.
lost.
Yeah, lost because you went offline now. Let me just come again. Case of next time, you can just watch the video. I was saying if you want to, since we've published, if you want to refresh this semantic model, this is your Power BI report, the first one. The second one is your data, like the links or connections to your data sources. So when you refresh this, your reports or your dashboard refreshes, but we can't refresh because our data source is offline. We're using Excel offline as our data source. So assuming we're using online, Excel online, or what do you call it? Assuming we're using Excel online or BigQuery, or Google Sheets, other online sources, would have been able to refresh. So I was also explaining how to schedule refresh instead of always coming to refresh automatically. So when our sales numbers changes, we have to refresh. But instead of always coming and pressing the refresh button, we can schedule refresh. So I'm
The
saying if
line
you want
is
to schedule
breaking. Your line is
refresh,
breaking. I don't know. Is it my side?
can another person hear me?
I can hear you clearly. I guess it's our network.
Okay, MC, it's your network, so you just have to
Is that
watch
network?
the recording. Yeah, it's your
Okay,
network.
okay.
So I was saying you come to schedule refresh, you click it and select this refresh button. So on the left is where you have all your reports or dashboards for this particular workspace. But since it's just one that is here, this is the one that is showing. On the right is where you can make adjustments and changes. So we have gateway connection when you are connected to, but there's a particular source we connect to that involves gateway like ODBC, ClickHouse, and so on and so forth. Then this data source credentials is when you want to authenticate the data source. Like if you're using Google Sheets now, it will ask you for your username and password so you can have access to that Google Sheets. So when you do that on this data source credential, this refresh would show properly. You can now schedule refresh so you can adjust the time, put on the refresh, set the time. So let me just show you another report. So it's not, we're not oblivious, we're not confused. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to refresh another browser. Can you see my screen? Can you see my
I
screen?
can't see
My
anything
screen
from my
clearly.
end. From my end, I can't see anything.
Femi, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen
It's up.
showing.
Okay.
Showing different reports.
Okay, so thank you. So MC, you just have to go back and watch the videos. So like I was explaining before, here we can see that our data source is open now, already connected. There we are connected to Google BigQuery. So normally, the first time you upload your report, it will show an error here. So the only thing you have to do is edit credential, that's login. So you log in to make sure you have access to that report, then to authenticate and you can close it. So when that one happens, you can now refresh. So here, this is how you set your refresh time. This should be UTC West Africa. So always use West Africa so you're not confused when the report is refreshing. So UTC West Central Africa. Then you can refresh daily at set times like 8, 12, 3, 6, or weekly, whatever one. Then anytime there's like maybe your refresh fails, like maybe your report fails to refresh, it should send you an error. So normally to send an error message to the owner of the report, that's you that published the report, and like the owner of the Power BI service to send an error message. But you can also include other people. You select this and include other people to send a message to. So if the report fails to refresh, you can always know when it has failed on your, like via your email. So that's for publishing. So let's just view the reports that we. So if you want to view it, let me just go back. I think I was so fast. If you want to view it, you go back to your workspace, Power BI intro. To view your report, you select this, and you can see this icon that looks like graph, like a column chart. That's your dashboard. So you select it here. And you can see the reports. So this is the report that we built. Because of the network, everything is like loading slowly. So just bear with me. This is the report that we built. This should be here. This should be just here. So let's say I want to change this now. Let's say I want to change this. This should be just here. Let's say I want to change this. We can also interact with this here. Consumer, corporate, home office, and everything will change. Whatever you do here will apply only to you. When a person is viewing the reports, they can also make changes on the walk around with slicers or interact with the report, and it won't affect what you are doing on the report. Do you get? So for here now, let's adjust this line graph. So up here, you can either download this particular report. Let's say you want to download someone else's reports. You want to have a copy of it. You click File, then download this file. You can export as PowerPoint or PDF. You can share the link for other people to be able to view. Then
Sorry, when you
explore. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you. Let me see. Okay, let's continue. You can also edit. So what I want to do here now, I want to edit this year profit by category.
When,
So I'll click this edit
when you
button.
said
Yeah, hold on, let me finish because you're breaking. So I'll click this edit. You can see we also have something similar to what is on desktop here. So here we can make changes, apply filters, change the graph or the bar charts, and so on and so forth. And also include like new columns from our tables or new whatever. So you have to change this and remove this. What do I have here? This is by date. So I want to adjust this other date. Remove this other dates here. This is brown. I want it to show the hierarchy. Why is it not even recognizing it as date? That's nothing. Check the desktop. So I can't, so there, like I said, there are some limitations you have on Power BI service. So I can't add hierarchy here. So I'll just close this and I'll republish. So since I've added hierarchy here, I can make my changes here.
Please, I have a question.
This. Yeah.
Hello, can you? So this edits, you are trying
Yeah, I can hear you.
okay, you are trying to edit something. It's not working on service, so you are trying
Yeah.
to do it on
Yeah.
desktop now. So after you are
Desktop.
done, and you need to publish again so that I can override the previous one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not even still working. No, something is wrong. Because it worked the last time. Do you have date hierarchy on your own? So it's there before. Hmm?
You said?
I said, do you have date hierarchy?
No, no.
You've not done it. Okay. That was the issue. So here I'll just go back and add the other dates. And I need just here, put it here. Perfect. So now that we have this, I can now save and publish. So I'm publishing to PBI intro. Then it's going to ask me, since I already have a semantic name model named intro to PBI in Power BI, replacing these data sets may impact one report. So obviously it means it's asking if I want to replace the one that is already online, if I want to override it. So I'll click replace, then to publish to that same report. So we'll just refresh our browser when it is done and we'll see the changes.
Changes over there.
Yeah. So it is a success now. Let's save it. So I'll go back to the browser. I'll refresh. You also see the time it was published. 8:30. So we're currently in 8:13. So that was just now. So I click intro to PBI. You can now see it. You can now see the change that was made. Before it was days that were showing, and it was more like together. So let's say I want to change this one now, and let's try to do an edit online. Eh?
I can hear you.
You can't remember what was here before. Do you remember how this was before?
Yes, it was tinier, like
Okay.
not this year.
Yeah. So now we have a more proper version. So let's say we want to include months or the day. We can now come here and be including those. So this was how it was before. Do you get? So you can make changes to this and you click save. So it will save here. But when you save here, it does not change what is on your desktop. So always make sure if you make changes here, you click your file, you download this file and use the new download. You have to delete the old version. It's like an app update. You get. If you make changes on service, download the file from service. If you make changes on desktop, publish to your service. So let me go back.
If you download from service, what do you do with the file?
Let's say if you download from, let me create a scenario now. The both of us are in a particular department. We work on them. Say you and I are in the sales department, we are sales analysts, and we work on this particular report. So last week, our supervisor asked me to make a change. Let's say to add a new slicer for segments. So we both have the same PBI file. So I added the file for segments on my PBI desktop, and I published online. You get. So the new version I have the new version on my desktop, I have the new version online, but you still have the old version because you're not the one that made changes. So if the next time, let's say he asks you to go and do something, you can't use that your old version because it does not have the new version I added. So you have to come online and download it, then now make changes to that one that you downloaded, then now publish that one. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
so you have to work on the new version. Perfect. So that's
Sorry,
it. So that's I can hear you.
Okay, so the one that you edited and you published, is it not supposed to see it? Why does it have to download again?
It will see it, but it does not have it on its desktop. It does not refresh on desktop. When you refresh on service, it does not automatically refresh on your desktop. Your desktop is offline. Do you get? It does not sync to your desktop. Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
So
now.
let's try to download as PDF from PowerPoint. So export to PDF. So another thing to ask you to either exclude hidden report tabs. No, this one should be selected automatically. I think network is bad. Let me hide this one. You can hide this one on your desktop and you can hide it here too. So when you hide it here, whoever is viewing your report won't be able to see it. And when you export to PDF, it only exports you can choose to either export all the pages or exclude hidden reports or export only current one. So we want to export, it's the same thing, but since we have just one page that is open, you can either exclude hidden report tabs or only current report page. Anyone, we have just one page available. So it's exporting now. So normally this is what you can send. Let's say your end users are not always online or they need a report to be using for their meeting every morning. Or maybe the network is bad on their end. Whatever the case may be, maybe you have to be sending reports daily. You can use this PDF, or you can even use Excel. Sorry, not Excel. You can use PowerPoint. I'll show you that too. Let me duplicate this since this one is slow. So while it's publishing here, we'll have this version. So yeah, let's export to, okay, that's downloaded. So this is the Power BI version. This is supposed to be hidden. Well, I didn't save. This is supposed to be hidden. I'll try it again. So this is our report looks like on PDF. Let me save. Let me export again. So here, let's export to. I shall make changes. So let me refresh. Okay, let's export to PowerPoint. So you can enable live data. So when it changes, you can refresh on PowerPoint. So that's one good thing about That's one good thing about Microsoft packages. They're always like synced together, or they're always linked together. You can, whatever you do on Excel can be linked to Microsoft PowerPoint, and if you refresh that same data on Excel, it can refresh on PowerPoint and so on and so forth. So this is my company's account. It might not come up. It might not open. Let's just see. I'm not going to open here. You can try it if you've logged in. If you've logged in on PowerPoint, I don't know if we have access to PowerPoint.
No, for the PowerPoint, it will mean that the person, same account you have used to log in into Power BI to export that is what is logged in into PowerPoint too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a new PDF. So you can see it's just one page. So
That's
you can send this
the
to your
hidden ones.
Yeah, it has removed it. I forgot to save this service. So that's it for Power BI service. What else can you can subscribe for this subscription? You need to send it to the person's email. You can subscribe to the report and say, okay, every 9 a.m. refresh the report and send this particular page to the person every 9 a.m. Do you understand? So yeah, you say create a new subscription. Name of subscription, you can name it the name of our page is Canvas page. You can name it anything. The recipient, this is the email I created, the domain I created. You can add other people. I don't know about, I think you have to add people in the same organization. We'll try that later. Attach full reports. Just click that. Then date, when should the subscription start? So you can say let it start today and then let it end maybe next year, or yeah, let's say next year. You have to send it to them daily or hourly or every month. If it is every month, it can be, let's say, end of month reports. Let's say this is an end of month report now. Send to them end of month, or send to them every day at a particular time. Then you have to change this UTC time zone to West Africa because ours is +1. Blah blah. Then click save. So that's how it works. So let's say tomorrow morning now I can get an email with a PDF document like this. Now I'll see the sales as at that time. Let's say I sent it by 8. I'll see the sales as at 8. So that's better than always coming here to export every morning. The only issue now is when your report breaks. When your report breaks, and you, let's say if you forgot to check your phone and you didn't see the alert, and this one now sends the subscription, but it now sends a blank page because it didn't refresh. If you don't open it and check, you might now go and send it to the end user like that. So it might be a problem. So you have to be opening the report to check in if it's refreshed. But that's a big deal. If you are very confident that your data will not break, your data source will not break, and no problem. So I think that's basically it. Yeah.
So I want to ask, aside from, take for instance, aside from situation whereby you change your file location, what other major thing can lead to breakage, whereby the source will break, the report will break rather?
The data validation. Data validation. You know what data validation is now? So let's say you have a column that is supposed to be for dates, and you've already set it as dates on your Power BI service, on your Power BI, on your Power Query tool, you've set it as dates. And one person now comes and mistakenly puts text. Do you get? Maybe you mistakenly copy the cell and put text there. It will break because Power BI does not recognize it as a date. so it will break. Or maybe you put number instead of writing value, personal, or instead of putting 0, person mistakenly put O, it will break because that's a text value instead of an integer. So that one will cause it to break. But it's very good because Power BI will let you know like this the table with the issue. Do you get? So if there's an error, let me go back to Power BI intro. If there's an error, it will show beside this refreshed. It will show one small triangle error here. So you select it and you'll be able to see whatever issue it is. After you get used to it. And if you're having issues with understanding what's problem, what the problem, you can always go on Google, you can always use YouTube. It's like there are so many people use Power BI, so like there's a whole community where you can get help from. So there's that. Then maybe what else can cause? I think for now those are like two major ones, or maybe like you said, if they change the location or they change the name of the table, even if they don't change the location, let's say they change the name of the table or they changed an header name, maybe from product name to product names. Do you get?
Okay.
Even
Yes.
if they change the P from capital letter to small letter, Power BI is case sensitive. And with Power
Okay.
BI, Power Query is case sensitive. So all those ones can cause an issue. And again, what else? What else? It will take it too long to refresh. For let's say BigQuery, if it is from the data source itself, let's say I don't know how to explain that because I don't really like make changes on BigQuery. But there are sometimes maybe you will say something like maybe query exceeded or so. Maybe the time for refresh has been exceeded. You now have to refresh it again. But all those ones are very rare. It's usually data type, validation,
Data
location, table names,
source.
column names. Yeah, data source, all those ones. That's usually the issue. So that's it. Then you can always export to Excel from here. You can always export to Excel. So you select this export button. The way you select export to PowerPoint and PDF can say analyze in Excel and so open Excel online. Okay, to open Excel, but this Excel can be connected online. Then you also have to log in. You log into your account. So let me try. If I log out now, I might not be able to log in to my this meeting. But with this, you're able to see your model. That's your Excel data source. You'll be able to see it here. Now, let's say you don't want to use Power BI for a particular report. You just want to do it on Excel and send it to your supervisor. You can do that here. So you just have your data model here. That's your data source. You have the columns there. You can now put it on columns, row, values, like pivot charts or pivot table.
Pivot table.
I'm sure you've done that before. Yeah,
yes.
pivot table. So you have that. You have that here. So this is what we use for that. Your other items, and all those queries we export from Power BI because we can't connect directly to BigQuery.
So if it is connected, it will show all those the sales data, the customer data, and all that.
Yeah, yes, it will. All the data that this particular report is using, everything will show there. Yeah. So that's it for this class. Let me see if there's any other thing there. So let's try to share. For sharing, if you want to share the report, you can either open it, come here, like open it and click share. We can only share to people in your organization, people with existing access, or specific people. They can either allow them to share the reports or allow them to build. When you say allow them to build, it means they can edit the reports. So those advisable to leave down. So for these people in your organization, I think they have to have the same like on my domain name as yours. So I don't know if we'll be able to view it. Let's see, Sha. But first of all, you can share from here, or you can share from here in front of this title. You just click the share. Then you can adjust all this, and copy the link. So let's try it and see if any one of us can view reports. Copy. So please let me know if you can view it.
It's showing something like selected user account does not exist in tenant batch shop and cannot access application. The account needs to be added as an external user in the tenant first.
Okay, so that means I have to like invite you as a user on my domain so you can access the account.
Okay.
I think that's one of the limitations, Sha. That's one of the limitations. I don't know if since the MC also has an on Microsoft.com, I don't know if you'll be able to view it. So I'll check around for how to bypass that. Are you able to view it?
I'm trying on my phone, but it's not. Maybe because I use my system. It's telling me to. I don't have Power BI on my phone. Oh, okay.
No, use your system. If you want to like add people to, you can select this ellipsis, these more options. Then select manage permissions to give permission to people to view the reports. So now for this link I just shared, it will come up here automatically. It's just a read and share option. Created for this link is no link available. But this is a temporary distinction just for everybody to try it. We'll see how we can view reports. Let us know in the group. So this is our last class. Please always go back to the video. If you are lost or from now to Tuesday, you can put your messages on the group chat. We'll attend to them. I can't see them. So I think we're done for today. For today's class. Do you have any questions?
For now.
All right, so do you have any questions? All right, now thank you guys so much. It's been nice having these classes with you. All right, now take care. Good night. Super.
Good night. Thank you so much.